Every single night, we follow the same predictable routine. We turn out the lights, settle into bed, and wait for our bodies to go offline for a few hours of rest. But while your muscles go still, your brain is doing anything but resting. It begins constructing vivid, intense, and often illogical landscapes that feel as real as the room you're lying in. This shift happens during a specific window of the sleep cycle, REM, or rapid eye movement. You can see this stage from the outside. While the rest of the body is effectively paralyzed to keep it safe, the eyes begin darting back and forth rapidly behind closed lids. This physical motion marks the moment an intense neurological process has taken over the brain's circuitry. Entering sleep isn't a passive shutdown, it's an active transition where your subconscious mind takes full control of your perception. Once REM sleep begins, the brain operates under a different set of internal priorities than it does during the day. The regions responsible for logic, critical thinking, and social restraint see their activity levels drop significantly. While the area labeled logic dims, the regions tied to imagination and emotion expand and pulse with energy. Because the emotional centers fire without the logic center in check, the mind accepts impossible scenarios, like flying or talking animals, without question. Researchers have proposed several theories for why our brains engage in this nightly theater. One major hypothesis is memory sorting. Under this theory, the brain uses the dream state to organize the day's experiences, deciding which information to file away into long-term storage and which to discard. If this is the case, the weirdness of a dream is simply the byproduct of your brain's internal filing system at work. A second theory suggests that dreams act as a practice mode for survival. By simulating stressful or dangerous situations while the body is safely paralyzed in bed, the brain can rehearse its responses to real-world threats without any actual risk. But there is also a third possibility, that dreams are the result of brain noise. During sleep, the brainstem sends out random, unorganized electrical signals. This map shows flashes firing without inherent pattern or meaning. Because the human mind is hardwired to find order, it attempts to make sense of this static by stitching these random signals into a narrative. Whether the brain is rehearsing for the future or simply interpreting random neural static, these theories suggest that the mind is actively working through the complex data of our lives, even while we're unconscious. Eventually, the REM cycle concludes, and your brain prepares for the return to conscious reality. As you wake up, a specific neurological process triggers rapid memory decay. Within minutes, the brain discards nearly all of the dream imagery you just experienced. This suggests that dreams may be primarily a behind-the-scenes process, intended for internal maintenance rather than conscious recall. These nightly stories are the visible side of a mind actively managing its own cognitive health and processing the complexities of the day. If you want to keep a piece of that hidden world, you have to write it down the moment you wake up. That's the ZingNova way of looking at the world: curious, colorful, and full of wonder. If you learned something new today, subscribe so you never miss a new adventure. See you in the next video.